Evening, Coach.
Hi, Mark.
Difficult result, I can imagine, but I'm curious, just in terms of the overall personnel tonight, you made the decision not to start Alonso Martinez, and then later on in the match, you opted to take Thiago Martins off from defense in favor of bringing on Johnny Shore. Those were two decisions that kind of caught my eye, and I was wondering just your opinions and thoughts on those moves, considering just the gauntlet that the club has had scheduling-wise and looking forward to other matches throughout the end of the season.
Yeah, obviously we have a lot of matches in a short period of time. This was for us a very important match. Prestige was there also. Unfortunately, Alonso has been dealing with a medical issue, a quad issue for quite some time now already, and it felt bad. So we couldn't take any risk. Obviously, I had conversation with the medical staff in order to see if he would be available for a certain amount of minutes. And they advised me to focus on 20, maximum 30 minutes. So when the game was still at a point where we thought we could use Alonso, we brought him on pitch. Thiago's been playing a lot and obviously helped the team as much as he can and much as he could in the previous matches as well. But it's also my responsibility to keep my players healthy. And we have to play again on Saturday. It was a moment in the game close to 15, 20 minutes to go. And I wanted to take some more risk in this moment. And Aiden has helped us playing in the central defense position, getting himself into midfield. So the basic idea behind it was to have a little more offensive power in possession, knowing that Thiago has given a lot in the games previous to this game.
Scott, followed by Jonathan.
Hey, Coach, how are you? Scott Church and Stream
Hi,
from
Scott.
Soccer. Just to piggyback off that a little bit, with the match coming up on Saturday, could Alonso get more time, or is it too early to tell for something like that?
I think it's a little too early. We'll have to see what the response is after the 30 minutes he played today. As I said, we also have the responsibility to keep our players healthy. And as I mentioned just now, Alonso's been dealing with this issue for quite some time now. So we'll have to make the reassessment tomorrow and see how he came through.
Jonathan and Shane.
Hey, Pascal, Jonathan Mack, AM New York.
Hi, John.
Tough result today, obviously, but the last 3 goals came within a 12-minute span.
Yeah.
Could you kind of talk us through what you think went wrong with your side there, especially after bringing Alonso on?
Yeah. Well, obviously Alonso was brought on because what I explained to you guys just now. At that point, I think it was still 1-0 when he came on. So looking for that equalizer was the idea behind that. The last 15 to 20 minutes when the goals fell, you could also see in the first half we got punished for one minor mistake. That's when they made the 1-0 because it's a simple loss of possession from our side and it's open in the middle and they punish us for that. The last 15 minutes we get 2 similar situations going down the middle, unfortunately. But that's what I said to my boys also just now. When you play against a team like this, the first 45 minutes we played pretty decent. We had 2-3 good moments in the game in order to get ourselves on the scoreboard. But it was determined by one error, and then we go with a 1-0 down into the halftime. And those errors were also part of the second half and punished severely. So that's the quality of Miami also, because in the moments of transition, they're so fast. And they show good quality and punished us for those moments.
Shane, followed by Veronica.
Hey, Pascal.
Hi,
Shane from AM New York. You kind of touched on it there a little bit, but in the first half, you caused Miami quite a bit of problems with Nico and Hannes and Augustine in behind.
Yeah.
Obviously, culminating with that chance for Nico in the middle of the half. You seemed to struggle to find that space in the second half. What did Miami change, or what made it so difficult for you guys to...
It's not necessarily what Miami did. It was what we did in possession. Our intensity on the ball was lower in the second half than in the first half. So we had a couple of moments in the second half where we found either one of the 4 midfield players, because Nico was dropping down in the pocket as well, and we could maintain possession and speed up. There's 2-3 moments with Agustin in the second half still when he gets in behind. But one of the things was very outspoken in preparation of this game. You have to be very clinical in the finishing moments, because the quality on the other side is that high that if you give them an opportunity to get back into the game or get ahead of you, it's going to be tough. And that's part of the conversation now, because we were not clinical enough in a few moments and simply didn't have the intensity anymore in the second half to be good on the ball and make sure we attack those spaces with accuracy. Because I think in the second half you can see 4 to 5 moments where Tavon and Kevin and Aiden are looking for that pass in behind, but the accuracy was off as well.
Veronica?
Coach, I know it's still 2027, a long time to come, but when you come here and you see the progress of the new stadium, you're going to have your own stadium. How nice is that for you?
That's a nice question, considering the night today. No, we had a chat about that before the match already, because I came off the highway and I hadn't been here for a while, and then you could see some more of the stadium. And like I'm smiling now, it made me smile in my car. So I'm very excited to see this whole process going into a full stadium and be a part of that project.
Javier?
Hi, Javier.
Disappointing loss. Does it sting a little more just?
Does it sting a little more just because of the crowd size? This is one of the biggest crowd size we had in New York. And what did you tell the guys after the game?
A loss is always disappointing. If you play for 100 people or 40,000, it doesn't matter. It always hurts, especially considering the last 15 minutes where the accuracy on our side was getting worse. And as I mentioned, we got punished for those moments as well. If you look at the last goal that Messi scored, we're in possession in a build-up phase and we just hand it over and the turnover is there and it's a goal. So that makes it hard also, the loss in general. I was hoping to give our fans a little more, especially if you see the first half until the goal they scored. I think we were pretty equal to each other with some good moments for us and some good moments for them, but we stayed in the match. So what I said to the guys is what I always tell them: win, loss or lose, it's 24 hours and we don't have a week to prepare again for the next game. It's the derby that comes in a couple of days already. And if I'm not mistaken, they're still fighting for a spot in the playoffs. So it's going to be intense considering that. But it's also intense because it's one of the most important games of the season for us and for our fans. So 24 hours is all they get, and that's as normal.
Final one, gentleman in the glasses.
Hi, Alex Abnos from The Guardian.
Hi, Alex.
You mentioned that you guys lost the intensity at the end of the second half there. Given that loss of intensity, does that create a worry for you going forward, given the quality of not just your opponent this weekend, but also your next two, Philadelphia and Seattle?
No, it doesn't worry me. It's something that is simply, we have to try and avoid it, obviously. And I never use excuses, so I'm not going to do that now either. We have to play these games and they follow each other rapidly. We just have to be ready and be better. Because and we've showed this also in quite a few matches recently also when we played Columbus or Charlotte or any of those opponents that we were head to head with, and then we kept the intensity, and for whatever reason it was gone. So that's for me and my staff to analyze and make sure we're aware of it and avoid it to happen again.
Great. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.